Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsyreplays. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to look at the BZ74-1, the new Chinese heavy in tier 9. Now, in fact, you can get this tank for free. As long as you've got the right resources, you don't have to pay a single penny for this tank. But is it worth using all the resources that you have to be able to get this tank? Now, obviously, this is in the lab, the new sort of missions or the new event where you can get the tank, which you can see I got it and I didn't pay a single penny. So basically how I got the tank is you can see all these regions from the sides. I used mostly the 30 days premium. And then you get 2,203 because I had thousands of days premium. I don't even know how I got them. A lot of them are from crates because I haven't bought premium for years. And a lot of them were you know, when you get crates, etc, etc. And yeah, I use mostly that. I use mostly the 30 days premium to be able to get enough of these deluxe limited edition containers. And then when you open the containers, you then get these epic cards. So you can get these cards, which is the common cards. Once you get a few of them, you can then trade them in for a rare card. Once you get a few of them, you can trade them in for an epic card. And then once you get enough of the epic cards, you can then trade them for the legendary cards. Now, you need 100 legendary cards to be able to get the tank, and that is exactly what I got. So we're going to look at the tank and we are going to get into some battles. Nothing special, so don't expect the world. And then we're going to talk about, is it actually worth using all them resources? So the turret on the thing is 223 mil, the hull is 173. Now, to be honest, the armor is nothing special. I have found that even coming up against tier 8s, it's nothing special at all. I get penned a lot of the time. The DPM, 2,241. Again, nothing too special. The reload is 12.31 seconds. You've got a 254 pen on your APCR and 345 on your heat, which is okay. And then you've got 70 on your HE. You have a 460 alpha gun, which is nice because you can do upwards of 500, sometimes even a little bit more. And then you're going to do mostly above 400. So, you know, 460 is pretty decent. 390 on your heat and 580 on your HE. You've got a 3.2 second aim time, which for the tank I don't think is actually too bad. And your gun dispersion is 0.362. Obviously, yeah, that's not great. But if that's not great, then you may want to run it with the refined gun. Just to, I mean, you only lose, it's going to still be your aim time 3.4, but you are getting sort of a lot better gun dispersion. That's what I personally, I would do. So let's just go back down. You've got a top speed, sorry, you've got gun depression of 7 degrees, and then you've got top speed of 45 kilometers per hour. So the speed's not too bad, to be fair. And that is one thing I do like about the tank, is the speed. But overall, I think the tank looks fantastic. I really do think the tank looks great. There is obviously, if you're lucky enough, you can get the camouflage, I believe. I'm not entirely sure. No, that's not for the right one. But I think the tank, like I said, I think the tank does look really, really good. It looks mean. Unfortunately, it just doesn't play as mean as I hoped it would. You know, I don't think it's the best of tanks, and I do put that sadly, because I wish it was. You know, I'm wishing. I know it's a free tank to a lot of people. People have been playing the game for a very long time. So over time, they do build up all these resources, you know, premium time, gold, etc., and credits as well. I did use 200 million credits. But you know, that's for me, that's nothing, because I'm not really going to use 3,000 or so days of premium. I'm not going to use I'm not going to miss the 200 million credits, because I've still got 200-300 million left. You know, I've got enough credits on my own account to not have to worry about that. And the same as premium time. I've used all my premium time that I could, that I needed, and I've still got over 400 days. So I've still got over a year left, well over a year left on my premium. So for me, it wasn't no problem whatsoever in using the resources that I had to get the tank. Because at the end of the day, I would rather the tank, good or bad, I would rather the tank than those resources just sitting there. And then, you know, I'll probably maybe one day quit the game, and then resources are just going to go down and down and down. And if I do decide to quit the game, and then in future come back, at least I've got the tank, where in the future I'm not going to have the premium time. Well, I will, because a lot of them were certificates, but you know, I don't really care about the premium time or the credits, to be honest. But I just wish it was a little bit better than it is. To be honest, I am a little bit disappointed. And I always say, you know, free tanks, you don't expect anything too good for a free tank. But for a lot of people, this is probably not going to be a free tank. For a lot of people, they still might have to use the gold, or, you know, and whatever else they've got to be able to get the tank. So I am a little bit disappointed. Of course, there are a few things that I do love about the tank, and the alpha is one, the speed is another, and the look. I do think it looks like a brilliant looking tank. Honestly, I do. I haven't got the legendary camouflage, if it does have a legendary camouflage, but you know, time will come, and it will and we won't manage to get that. So it is a tier 9 tank, but again, like I said at the beginning, it is one of those tanks where I find myself not bouncing as much as I should, even when I do come up against tier 8 tanks, and you can struggle when you do come up against the tier 10 tanks, but you know, it is what it is. I'm not too fussed in a way, because again, I didn't pay for the tank. It was for me, it was a free tank. But overall, I do wish it was a bit better, because there are going to be people that do spend money on it, and there's probably going to be people that are going to be a little bit disappointed in the tank. So not the best of tanks, I do admit, not the best of tier 9 tanks in the game. But at the end of the day, you can get it for free as long as you've got the right resources. So let me know what you think of the tank. Do you have the BZ741? Did you get it for free? Did you have to put money in, or did you have enough resources to be able to get the tank? But again, I do love the look of it. I think the tank looks amazing. I think it really, really does look like a beast. So let me know in the comments below what you think of this tank. Hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. I'm meadsy69, and I will catch you all soon. Bye-bye.